This is Breana from Texas, and she came to join us at Cornerstone and help us out with our booth. And I've just asked her to tell us a little bit about her experiences with random people who care and what it's meant to her and kind of just her experiences.
So you want to know my experiences?
I want to know your experiences.
Okay. I had a MySpace for a while and I deleted it because I just kind of felt like I was just kind of getting sucked into something that a lot of people get sucked into. You know, looking at other people's MySpaces and like caring way too much about what other people think of you, caring way too much about, you know, other people's MySpace pics and like, you know, the way like people look and girls, you know, looking at other girls' MySpace and just really like not really building up myself, you know, just kind of breaking myself down. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna delete this. And I kind of was in a place where I really needed some accountability. I needed some, you know, somebody to be there for me, and I was just kind of alone in that aspect. And so I decided to make a new MySpace and look for something different this time. I didn't add any of the people I had ever met in person, you know, all my good friends from home. I didn't add any of those people, and instead I searched out, you know, other kinds of people that I was looking for, you know, accountability, people who would pray with me, you know, real friends. And I honestly didn't think I'd be very successful just because I'm usually not successful when I do something like that. But I think Random People Who Care was actually one of the first things I added. I looked on like, I think MySpace groups or something, and I found Random People Who Care through that, and I added a few people from there, and I had like 10 friends for a while. And I don't really know ever when I really started getting involved, but there was just a point where, you know, I read their MySpace and I thought it was really cool, you know, and I really liked the idea, you know. Of course, you know, it's awesome to have somebody people who are interested in helping other people, and so I really liked it. So I mean, I didn't think much about it. I added it, but I wasn't talking to too many people. Honestly, I, you know, created the new MySpace intending to find friends, but I wasn't really going to put a lot of effort into doing it. I was hoping people would come to me. And so anyways, you know, one of the biggest things I've gotten through Random People Who Care is other friends. Like, I mean, out of my best friends, I'd say about half of them I've found through Random People Who Care. And you know, a lot of people would think that's crazy because I have best friends that I met on MySpace online, but you know, I mean, the fact that those people, I've never had better accountability. I've never had people pray for me the way people, I mean, not only Kelly from Random People Who Care, but others just that I met through a string of friends through Random People Who Care. I mean, so many people have really influenced my life. You know, I say I was saved in the 7th grade, but I honestly don't think I was saved until about a year ago. And that was around the same time that I found Random People Who Care, and around the same time that I found all these people who, it was just so awesome to find other people who I realized I wasn't alone. You know, I wasn't the only person in the world who thinks that homeless people should be taken care of. You know, I wasn't the only person in the world who thought that suicide and depression was not okay, and that it wasn't something to be ignored, that it was something that needs to be brought into the light and taken care of, you know. And just to find so many other people who felt the same way and were open about it and were really okay with, you know, telling people what they thought, it was just so cool for me to find those kind of people, you know, just even to know that they're around, even if I wasn't friends with them, I know that they exist. And so, I mean, that's been really cool, just to find other people who believe the same things I do and really want to live it out. But you know, the biggest thing really is the friends that I've developed through Random People Who Care. You know, I mean, I know that with me, I've developed some really great friendships, and we kind of give and take. You know, I know that with my friend Adam, you know, I give a lot and he gives a lot, and we take a lot from each other, and we really grow and learn with each other. And you know, so many of my other friends, you know, I have a couple of people where I feel like, you know, I really helped them through tough times, and I've really been there for them. And had it not been for Random People Who Care, I never would have found them, and they never would have found me. And you know, I mean, it's been so huge, and to be able to hear someone tell me that I've saved their life, which is so huge, and it's so humbling, and it's so big. But I know that none of that would have happened if it wasn't for Random People Who Care and the string of friendships that I found through that. And just, you know, it's taught me to be accountable. It's taught me, you know, I need help, but other people need just as much hotel as I do. So it's really taught me to be there for people and to take the time out to love on them and just, you know, really care about them and not just get what I want out of it, but give a lot of giving too. So it's really helped me to grow, especially in Christ, because, you know, he was a loving, giving person, and I've really learned, you know, a lot about being that kind of a person through Random People Who Care. So that's basically it.
What's it been like being here at Cornerstone with us?
It's been awesome, of course. It was really cool. I got to meet you, Kelly, and Selah for the first time, and you know, I've known them for a while now, especially Kelly. Kelly's helped me through a lot, and it's really cool to meet those people in person and to actually, you know, have that same cool relationship in person as somebody as you do online. You know, it's just that next step that's really, really cool. But Cornerstone's awesome. You know, I mean, it's just so fun, and it's so uplifting to see other people around here who don't, you know, dress a certain way or act a certain way because they feel like they have to. But you know, these people are all in love with God, and they don't really care what anyone else thinks about them, and it's been really awesome. You know, having the experience of like telling other people about Random People Who Care and telling people my story and how it's, you know, impacted my life has been really cool, because I've gotten so much out of it that I really want to share it with others, and I've gotten a good chance to do that here.
Do you have anything to say to anybody who might be watching this?
I think I want to say that, you know, if you're alone, if you're, you know, you feel like you don't really have a lot of accountability. I was like that for so long, you know, and I never really understood why. I didn't know why, you know, and I kind of just trusted the fact that it was God's will, whatever the reason was. You know, God wanted me to depend on Him, I guess, than other people. But I've kind of gotten past that loneliness, and I guess I just want to say that if you're really looking for that accountability and that friendship, there are so many options. You know, don't sulk, don't feel sorry for yourself, but go and do something. Find people, you know. I mean, there are other people just as desperate for friends as you are, you know. So if you really need somebody, first of all, come to Random People Who Care, you know, and not only us, but there are so many other organizations, groups, and just places that you can go to where you can find that kind of thing. So definitely don't give up on, you know, nobody should be alone. God didn't want people to be alone. He wanted, you know, friendships and accountability, and that, you know, definitely Random People Who Care is a good place to start. So.